Hey everyone, welcome to the Nuo Title App One training. My name is Jennifer Arganaraz. I'm with Nuo Title, and I would like to introduce to you our super awesome app. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen. I'm gonna send you guys a link. If they haven't sent it to you already, and when you download the app, it's gonna ask you for your account executive. That would be me, Jennifer Arganaraz. And then that way, if you guys ever need help or need to get it renewed, I can go in there and help you guys out. So the first thing we're gonna do is once you log in, let me share my screen. Wait, I did it wrong.
Hi guys, I look like I'm Ashley, but I'm really Michelle. Sorry,
It's okay.
I had a doctor.
Welcome. Right on
So sorry, I
time.
apologize. Okay,
No,
I'm
you're
ready.
right on time. Right on time. We were just
Okay,
starting.
okay.
So what I was saying before you came, just so you can catch up,
The app.
the app. So once you get the link, you're gonna. I don't know if you've already done it, but you would log on. It's gonna ask you for your account executive. That would be me, Jennifer Arganaraz. That way, if you ever need help, I can log in there, and if you get disconnected, I can reset your password, whatever you need. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys can see my window. So I'm gonna let me log out and log back in so you guys can see how I log in. So it's log in. Obviously, my stuff is saved in there already. But
Does
when you
this
log in,
integrate with your Instagram? I'm
then I'm
I'm not a
sorry.
millennial, so I'm pardon the questions.
No, that's good. Questions are good. Jump in with questions.
Does it
What did you?
integrate with my, because last time I heard that you had mentioned it integrates with like your social media, right?
No, it doesn't integrate with your social
No.
media, but
Okay.
it's gonna give you templates that you can use on your social media,
Oh,
which
okay.
I'm gonna show you guys that as well. But
Okay,
first, we're just
perfect.
gonna go over the basics, which is buyer sheet, buyer estimate, and seller net sheet. So I'm gonna go over like a few stuff of the calculator first, and then I'm gonna get into the social media flyers and all that stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So do you guys see my screen? Yes, right?
Yes.
Okay, so once I log in, it automatically takes you to buyer. But if you go up here, you see buyer, seller, calculator, estimate, and then you have premium. I'll get into premium later. But basically the premium is $10 a year or
Mm.
99 cents a month. Obviously, you save like $2 if you do the yearly, which is $10. And that includes and I'll show you what that includes. That includes some templates and videos and stuff like that that you could use. But we'll get into that later. So if you see up here, there's a drop down. Okay, I'm in the wrong state. I have multiple states because we're multiple states, but you'll have Florida. So you can either go up here and go Florida and select the county. So for instance, if you don't have a property yet that your buyer is looking at and you just want to know, oh, I want to know more or less what my closing costs are for for a house in my price range. You can just go here and then you select the county that it's in. Let's do Miami-Dade. Right? You would select the county that you're in, and then you would change the area. And this is important because it starts to calculate all the county transfer taxes and all that stuff that are associated with the closing. That's why it's important. So if you don't have an address, you'd be okay, buyer. Let's see, you're gonna do a conventional loan. Let's say the average sales price for this buyer is like 500,000. Let's say you're gonna get the 3% broker fee from the seller, and that you're gonna tell your buyer, okay, don't worry, I'm gonna get mine from the seller. It's not gonna charge you. Here, the seller broker fee, you can put whatever you want because it doesn't really affect your buyer's estimate unless you put that the buyer's paying you a commission. All right. Now, if you are collecting extra money from the buyer, let's say, which this is one I've seen, people have been asking me if I've seen now after NAR anybody being charged. Well, I did see the other day, um, the realtor was making 2.5 from the seller and she charged the buyer 0.5. So, but obviously, if you're like in the first part of with the buyer that you're just like, I'm gonna give you an estimate por arribita, so you can see what your closing costs are. You're obviously not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna charge you 3% up front. or 0.5. You kind of will get that to that bridge if needed when the time is right. So just leave that on seller. And then if your company does have a transaction, which I know most brokers do, you would go into miscellaneous here where the little tornillo is, the little, what do you say that?
The setting, yeah.
Yeah, the settings. Um, and here you would put transaction fee, and let's say the transaction fee is 5.95. You would put that there, and it would add it to your breakdown. You can also add here other things. You can put if it's a FERPTA I cut out. Sorry. If it's like a FERPTA transaction, you're working with a foreigner. You know that they have to collect 15%. You can put FERPTA. Mine comes out just so you know because it's saved on my things. So you'd put percentage, let's say 15%. Let's say your buyer's a foreigner. If they're gonna get if they're gonna get any credits that you're gonna give, let's say that, oh, I'm gonna give you, since you got my information from so and so, I'm gonna give you a realtor credit of $1,000, let's say. You can put that there. So anything on the top, you're adding to the closing cost. Anything on the bottom, you're subtracting. So the top is anything that's being charged, and the bottom is like any type of credits that they're gonna get. That
Would
after
that
that,
be like if the seller's doing like contribution towards the closing,
correct,
that's where you would put it?
correct.
Okay,
So if the seller's doing a contribution, you would put that there.
perfect.
Look, this here has repairs. I never put anything on the repairs because first of all, if your buyer's getting lending and getting a mortgage, you don't want that little word repair anywhere because it just opens up a can of worms. So if you're ever going to get any kind of credit for any kind of repairs, whatever it is, you always put it here.
Diana,
You
dile
can
que no puedo.
put seller, you can seller credit. Let's say seller credit is going to be $5,000. You can put it there. So
Okay,
any
perfect.
any credits you put here, and anything that's extra being charged to the buyer, you would put here. Okay. You would press done, and then it's gonna go into a breakdown. So if you don't know what the tax, obviously if you don't have a property yet and you don't know the taxes, I personally, it says there 2%, but I put 1.5. Just because if it's a $500,000 property, I'm thinking it's gonna be 7,000, something like that, 6,000. So I put 1.5 as far as taxes. When you don't know this is when you do not know the property address. Okay, and here you don't need seller interest rate. You wouldn't put anything there. Oh, I'm in seller. No wonder. I'm so sorry. I just realized that. I'm like, why is it giving me seller? Okay, I'm so sorry. I thought we were dealing with a buyer. So this is for the seller net sheet. Okay,
Let's just
so
continue with the seller then.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So just switch your mindset to seller. Let's say it's a seller. They're selling for
Okay.
500,000. They're giving a seller broker fee of 3%. They're gonna give another 3% to the buying broker. Let's say they're gonna. I don't. Here it says seller concession, but going back, I always put it here just because I like to have it all here so I can see it in one place. But you can also put it there. But I personally, my preference, I like to put it under miscellaneous, just because I'll show you the way it comes out on the seller net sheet. So seller loan balance. So if you're at a listing appointment and they want to know more or less what they're gonna net, if they accept a 500, in this case, you would know the address. So I'm gonna put the address. So up here, you put the address, and I'm gonna put my address. You're gonna see it's gonna come up. You look for your apartment, and the reason why you put the address is it's gonna pull the taxes. Watch. You see, those are my taxes. They went up, by the way. And if you here,
Everything
I
else
always
is
give.
up.
Now you get to where I live and my taxes. So here you would put like their interest rate per se, but I skip this part and I just ask them for their last mortgage statement and I get the payoff amount from there. So it gives you more or less. But if you look here, it'll show you, if you read it, it shows you. We also found a loan recorded September 2020 because it goes into public records. So it sees that I bought my house in 2020, right? I did not buy it for 288. I wish, but I think that was probably like my loan amount. And then if I put the interest rate here, it'll automatically calculate my payoff, which is pretty cool. And I've tested it and it does it pretty good. But here's the thing: if your seller has been sending like extra payments to the principal, like I've been sending extra payments to the principal, it's not going to be as accurate. Which is why I always go skip, and I just skip it. And I tell them, oh, pull up your mortgage statement, because in their latest mortgage statement, it'll give them like the principal amount. Oh, how much do you owe? Okay, you owe 288,065. Let's say. Okay. I take this off. I take off the interest rate. If you have the seller loan balance, you don't need the interest rate. What it does is it calculates it based on what's in public records. So if they don't know their loan balance, you can more or less estimate. But I personally, in my opinion, I don't like to assume anything. And I have trust issues with, I know they put it from public records, but I have trust issue. And I'm going to explain to you why. Once you give a seller like Mahomeno a net sheet, they kind of like go off that a little bit. So I don't like to assume like that they're pulling the payoff amount off the internet, because I don't know. I have trust issues with that. So if they can't give me like a mortgage statement showing the seller loan balance, I just don't even put a loan balance. I leave it blank. And then whatever it is, whatever the net sheet tells me, it's that minus whatever. And I tell them, look, it's this plus minus whatever you owe at the moment from the mortgage. Because now, if I'm at their house and they can pull a mortgage statement and I can get their last principal balance from last month, I can do that. Because then when I come, and then here I just put a closing date. When you put the closing date, since you don't know, I always go in the middle. I always go on the 15th, because things are prorated. So taxes are prorated. If you have HOA, it's prorated. So since it's prorated, I always go in the middle. That way, if it's less or more, I'm usually in the middle. So I always go the following month on the 15th. Then I hit compute. And here we go. And then this is what they would net if they would sell 500,000 with their taxes. And this is what they would net. Now you would go here. You see here it says share or print PDF.
Oh,
You
perfect.
click here, and then it's going to give you the actual net sheet. And then it has different templates. So
We're able
this
to
is that.
upload our picture and the name, and that's edible, right?
Yeah, that you'll be able to set up in your profile, which I'm going to get to that at the end. So these are the different net sheets. Like you could have put the seller's name. I didn't put the seller's name, but you could also back there you can put the seller's name. This is like a basic net sheet. Then if you want like a cute little colorful one, you can do this one. And then it has the options here. Here, customize, and then you could pick colors. So you could switch your colors. I personally, I do things in a hurry all the time, so I don't have time to make things cute. So I just, but you could customize it. You could even, in some of them, I think this one you could. Well, that's the profile. It wasn't there. Because I know in some of these templates, you can even add, if you want, a picture of the house. So, but you'd have to like download the picture and then upload it into customize. Where is it? That's this. Maybe on this one, no, but there's one net sheet that you could add a picture. I think it's this one. Customize. You see here, edit property. You can put the client's name. You can put notes, and then here you could upload the picture. Let me see if I can. Do I have anything? I don't think I have anything. I'm just gonna put anything. I don't even know what I'm putting. Okay, look. Update. You see it? It'll come out
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
with a picture of the house. If you
Super.
want to get like really, cute and stuff, and which sometimes you need to. Then you have this one, which here too, it comes with the pictures. Here it has one, two, three. So you have different templates that you can use. You can share it on your social if you want, but I wouldn't share that, like, or whatever. Then you go here, you can download, you can email from here, and then when you email it to them, it'll give you like a breakdown of everything here. So you can email, you can download it and send it for your email. You can print it and take it to you to the appointment. You can do social share if you hook up your Facebook to that. Um, so that's basically the seller net sheet, which, as you can see, is pretty simple, I guess, self-explanatory. Just know that here you always, if you always put the address, so it'll pull the taxes. Now, let's say you have multiple offers. There's a section here that you can go here and it says multiple offers, and then you could add the different offers. So let's say the first offer was 500,000, 3%, 3%. We stored that. The loan balance closing 415. So we're gonna leave that one like that. You're gonna put add new offer, and now let's say the other price is 505. They're asking for a 2%. What did I do? Okay, that's right. 505. Let's say they're asking for like a 2% broker fee. Here you could put the contingencies and stuff like that because it's going to compare them back to back. Let's say they're going to do, let's say they're asking for a seller credit of $5,000. You add. You see? Now let's say you have a third one, you can add a third one. So when you add them like that, you could see you go here, share or print PDF, and it's gonna bring it up like this. It's gonna give you offer one, offer two. If you had a third or a fourth offer, it would have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll give you the net sheets for each one. So that way, if you have a multiple offer situation with your seller, you can go in here and post net sheets based on the offers that have been offered to you. So that way they can see them side by side where they're gonna net the most. Is that cool or what?
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
thought one. When you were
Come on,
entering,
guys, get excited.
I thought it
How
wasn't gonna be
cool
a
is
better deal,
that?
and it is a better deal.
Huh?
When you were doing it, I'm like, that's not worth it, and it actually gives you more money than the other one.
Okay, pero bueno, let me I think this one we put FERPTA or something. Didn't we
Right,
put
right, right.
FERPTA?
Yeah, but off the top of your head, you shouldn't do it because you gotta do
No,
it.
off the top of definitely off the top of your head, you should not do it.
No.
I listen, I'm a numbers person, and always what closes a deal are the numbers. I used to do mortgages back in the day, and I used to work in all these developments and condo conversions. And the developers love to have me there because I was a numbers person, and I was the one who closed, would have them sign contracts because the numbers are numbers. They don't lie. Two and two is always gonna be four. So I love this of the multiple offers because, believe it or not, I know people don't think you have multiple offer situations at this moment, but yes, you do. So it helps when you're presenting the offers that you can actually present them with numbers too, you know? Also, here they have
It
what's
still
called
happens.
holding costs. So it'll tell you more or less. I don't know, again, how accurate this is. Remember, things are only as good as the information that is given to them. So here you could go in here and let's say, okay, what's it gonna cost you to hold it? How much is your insurance? Let's say the insurance is 1.5. They have an interest rate of 6.8. Let's say their monthly utilities are $500 between everything you compute, and it's gonna tell them how the holding costs. So what this is good for is, oh, these are the offers you get. When you're seller, you think those are the best offers, but you have these sellers that are like, no, I could get more. We just didn't give the market a chance. Let's keep showing it. Do 5 more open houses. Okay, so maybe we can get another deal in another 60 days, but look how much it's going to cost you to hold it. Obviously, if the person's living in the property, it's not such a big deal. But if the person has a vacant property, okay, this is a good thing to come to play, to bring to the table so they can see what it's got holding the property longer, what it's going to cost them, especially it be vacant. And then you can go here and you can send it to them like this. And of course, have different templates. Days on the market, another 30 days, another, if you're 60 days on the market. Like I said, this is works good. Like if the property is vacant, if you're living in it, whatever, you got to live somewhere and pay rent, right? So they're probably like, I don't care, it's my house. But if it's a vacant property and there you have one of these sellers that's like, oh, I think I can get more money, I want to do this, whatever, you can kind of be like, okay, but look how much it's gonna, you're not gonna take this offer waiting to get an offer more that might get $5,000 more, but it's gonna cost you that. And at the same time, it's gonna cost you the same thing waiting now or waiting later. So it's kind of a good way to kind of convince them. Again, numbers. Maybe the numbers. Oh, maybe he's not gonna lose a lot of money. Oh, it's only $3,000. Okay, 60. We could give it 60 more days.
No vale la pena.
You know. But this is good because you have those kind of sellers that are like you deal with all kinds of people in real estate. So that's basically the seller part. If you need to do this here, anything here, you see that little thing, you reset it, it clears it. So you can start a new estimate, right? If you ever get stuck or don't know anything, you see this little arrow here, you can click it and it'll give you like a tutorial on how to work this thing, how to work this part of the seller net sheets. Okay, so another cool trick I'm gonna show you is, do you see this little thing here? So if you're doing it on the phone app, what that means is you have to shake it. You shake your phone. This is a trick. Nobody knows this one. Because on the phone app, which I'm not gonna lie, I use it mostly on the phone than the desktop. But you shake it, and when you shake it, this is gonna come out, which is this. Hello. Am I not pressing it correctly?
You gotta shake it.
On the phone. Hold on. What is going on here?
Shake the computer.
No, my computer's been acting super weird lately. I don't know. It has to go to the doctor. Okay, so that works. How come it's not working? When I showed you in the buyers, well, when you shake it, you're gonna get another little surprise. So I'll let you guys do it because obviously I can't do it here on my phone. I could probably show you. It's not clicking. Well, let's move on to buyer. Okay, so now buyer. Buyer is the same thing. Here's where you put the address. So let's just put an address, any address. Okay, so if there's another thing. If I put an address, let's say it's in another county, it'll automatically, whoops. Shit, I pressed the wrong thing. It'll automatically switch to counties. It'll be like, oh, you're leaving Miami-Dade County. Oh. And it'll go, do you want to switch to Orange County? And you put yes, and it'll switch it. Let me see. Let me do another county so you can see.
No, but Ocala is orange.
Right, I know, but you see up here, I'm in Miami-Dade. But if I put another address, let me see, it won't come up now. Let's see, look, you see? I put that address. And it said, you see, you're currently in Miami-Dade. Do you want to switch to Orange? I put yes. Okay. And now it'll go into another county. And the good thing or the important thing of switching counties is your numbers will be more accurate because every county has different fees. Oh, what did I do? Okay.
Yeah, it updated. It's orange now.
So let's say this is a buyer. Let's say they're gonna buy this house for 777, right? And let's say your buyer's putting a 10% down payment. Once you put the address and you put the conventional, you're gonna see, or FHA, you'll see it's gonna change the rate. You see how the rate changed and the down payment changed. So if I put VA, well, that's pretty much almost the same thing as FHA. Let me go back to conventional. Conventional, it'll give you more or less 6.75, the medium interest rate at the moment. So it'll automatically, now if they have a lender and the lender told them another rate, you can do another rate. But this is just, again, for them to have an estimate. Just, this is something that you're gonna do on the fly. Basically that you're writing up an offer and you can't get hold of the lender, and the lender can do numbers and you need to see more or less how much are the closing costs, or you want to go see this house and they want to put they want to put a contract on the property, but they're not sure how much it is, a closing cost, and you want to know right then and there. You do this, go, hold on, I could do it right now on my phone, and you do it on your phone. So, oh, I want this house, I want to offer 777, I'm going to put 10% down. It'll, or you could change it to 5, whatever it is. The rate, it automatically calculates it to the medium 30-year term. Buyer broker fee, who's gonna pay it? The seller. No, let's say you're not gonna ask for concessions. The hazard insurance, you calculated 1.5. Honestly, on a $7,000 house in Orlando, I would say it's 1%, maybe 7,000. Taxes, it should have pulled the taxes. Why didn't it pull taxes? Let me see. Hey, how come it didn't pull the taxes? I did something. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Let's say the taxes were 5,000. Closing date, again, I always like to go in the middle. Because if sometimes less, sometimes it's more, at least you're in the middle. Compute. And here it's going to give you more or less what they need to bring to closing and more or less what their monthly payment would be. Then here you go, if you go like this, share to print, it'll give you the different templates. You see? Monthly payment, bring to close. And here it's assuming, again, this is why I'm telling you, it's closing costs. They're not exact. This does not in no way, shape, or form replace a lender's estimate. A lender's estimate is always going to be more accurate than this. This is something that you need to do just por arribita, because you need to, more or less what they're gonna pay. But if you can get the lender on the phone and and you're gonna put an offer and you want the closest numbers, talk to the lender first. Always talk to the lender. Again, this is just something for you to see por arribita, because I'm gonna show you why I say that. Because it's calculating, it'll count. This is the escrows, the 14 months, 4 months. That's pretty much accurate based on the date that I put of closing of how many escrows are going to pay. But if you look here, on this one, because this one's 2 pages, it not only calculates title fees, but it also put lender fees. So it's calculating origination, which this origination fee is basically kind of like putting together all the lender fees, like origination, their underwriting fee, their processing fee. It's just an estimate of what we think the lender fees altogether would be. This is why, again, it's better to get it from the lender. But if you want to know just more or less, you can use this. So here, as you can see, it has different templates. That's that template. There's this template. I don't know why my internet is slow. There's this one. And again, just like the setter net sheets, you can customize it and put it a different color if you want. Some you can add pictures of the house, just like the setter net sheet. So this is something that I use. I'm going to show you guys something that I think is super cool that I use for when people have open houses. So let's say you're having an open house on this house. You go in there and you do like a little buyer's estimate, right? On the house that you're selling. You put in the address, you put in your sales price, you put in the commission that you're giving. If the seller's giving concessions, you kind of prepare like a little estimate. And then you can actually print one of these, right? You can get one of these so the person has more or less, or any of these buyer sheets to have it in an open house, right? So then that way they know, because again, numbers are numbers. You're estimating, so you could put like 5%, use the minimum down payment. And then if you go here, you're gonna see these templates. If you put the address of the house when you're doing the estimate, it'll give you what's called a geo report. So it's a report about the neighborhood. So you see, here's the address of the house. All the information that we put, the calculating monthly payment, the cash to close at a 5% down. Then it tells you the schools that are nearby. It tells you the parks and recreations, the walk score, meaning how far is it to walk to whatever, the sound score, how noisy it is, the internet speed, who the internet providers are in that neighborhood. This, how far is the nearest gas station, supermarket, Starbucks, gym, restaurants. There's 20 restaurants
Starbucks is
within
very
2
important to
miles.
my house.
Yeah, hospital. There's a hospital 2.4 miles away. This is one table, but they have different ones. They have this one. They have this one. Let me show you. They have this one, which is the same thing as you can see. This one actually tells you there's 3 American, 2 fast food, 1 pizza, 1 bar and grill, 1 bakery, 1 Mexican. All this within a 5, what is it, miles? I'm kind of blind. I'm not sure if it's miles or minutes. And this is info that they get straight from Google. So the AT&T, they have Spectrum, the sound score, like it's pretty cool. I kind of like it. I they have like different templates. It's so cool. Are you guys impressed or what?
Yes, this is awesome. I
I
love it.
love this little thing. Like for open houses, I love it because you can put like you can put um oh, wait till I show you this. Okay, you can do like I always do like little packages. Oh, here's some information on the house. You put like your whatever flyer of the house. You put in their home. You can put in the home report. And this is another thing. It tells you. You see how it tells you the grades of the school. So if you know the neighborhood, which if you're selling the house, hopefully you do know the neighborhood. You can go in here and customize it, right? Let me see. And you can actually change. It gives you the schools. So you can pick the schools that you want. So let's say you don't want to put that elementary school. Let's say you want to put, oh, there's a charter school. But look, the charter school is 7 miles away. But maybe this school is better than this school, whatever. Then the middle school también, you could change the middle schools. But it tells you how far it is. So it depends. If you want to show them, look, there's Renaissance Charter School not even a mile away. Oh, we have little kids, it's good for them to see. You could change the restaurants. That here you can put it'll give you what internet is available in that neighborhood. In this case, they only have AT&T and Spectrum. So, and here you can put the prop. If you don't have the property address, you can add it and it'll pull it. How cool is that, huh? I love that little geo
This is
thing.
good for Lily because now she doesn't have to do all these flyers.
I love this. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love the home report. So you can do this. Look at this one, how cute. Because it has like a little design. It has like a little map kind of thing. I think it's cute. So look, I love this one. You see it has a little map.
That is cute.
Oh, it's cute.
Super cute, right? So okay. So also another thing that you can add to your open house, which I think that this one is very good. So it would be the one that you would shake on your phone, like shake it, shake it. So let's see. Hopefully it works on this one. Okay. Okay, it worked. So here, I love this because again, I'm a numbers person. Numbers for me is what sells everything. So here it gives you offer, the payment of the offer based on, in this one, it's in increments of 10. But let's say you go here to the little tool, the settings, and if you want to do increments of 5,000, you can do increments of 5,000, of 25,000, of 10,000. So let's just do increments of 5,000. You see, it'll change it. So this is good because this is what I tell this, even if you have your buyer, okay, I want to offer this house, you know, that's a good house, that's probably getting a lot of showings, and they want 777, but they have like another, they have, you know, that's got, and your buyer wants to lowball, right? Let's say they want to do, or let's say they want to offer $10,000 less. You're like, okay, you can offer $10,000 less, but I don't know if they're gonna go for that based on what I spoke to the listing agent about. But you understand you could lose this house for $75 a month. That's the difference between this payment and this payment. So you're only gonna save $75 a month by offering $10,000 less. Why don't we offer 10,000? Why don't we offer full price and get $10,000 seller contribution for the $75? I'd rather do that. And you can go here with this little arrow here, and it'll give you the little flyer. I like to have this in open houses so the buyer can take it. So if they're deciding to lowball me $10,000, either $10,000 or $20,000, they'll know. So hold on. So like let's do $25,000. Where I did 5. Let's do 10. I always do 10.
Okay, so you can edit how much.
Yes, in the increments. So I always like to do 10. So I'm like, okay, for $10,000, you're saving 75. You're gonna give me $20,000 less. Okay, all your savings $150 a month. I like to have this one at the open house so they can take it with them. So when they're thinking about what they're gonna offer, they can think very carefully.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
Really good.
Because you gotta weigh up your options. Listen, I'd rather get $10,000 in seller contribution than save $75 a month. I would have the money on my side in my bank than in the house. That's my opinion. For
Yeah.
75 bucks a month, $75 doesn't make or break anyone nowadays because you spend $75 in 2 days just getting coffee and lunch. Or in a day. Get 2 days. Just so you know, I went to Popeyes the other day and the combo meal was $20. Okay, I almost had a heart attack. Like,
Did it come
no.
with a beer? No, just kidding.
No, dude, it didn't come with nothing. It came with a Coke
Okay,
that I didn't even drink.
así, si fuera a casa with a beer.
I was like, oh my, I told the lady in the drive-thru, that's crazy. I haven't ordered, like, my kids are big, so we don't do the fast food thing, you know, anymore. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you. And now it's recorded. Okay, so that's buyer. So that's a cool feature. I love that feature because, again, the numbers thing. And then now that here they have modified offers. So here you can modify your offer based on your buyer broker agreement. So if you want to roll the agent, so let's say they're not paying any commission, whatever, and you're gonna do, okay, Mr. Buyer, you need to at least pay me 2%. You're gonna put save, no concessions. Or actually, you could do that. Or actually, you could do, I'm gonna charge you 2%, but the seller's gonna give you 3%. So that would be your modified offer. You would have to modify your offer to 784, so the buyer wouldn't have to pay out of pocket. You see? So that's basically you rolling in your buyer concession into the purchase price. Now, do I see this often? No. Honestly, since this whole NAR thing has changed, I haven't really seen a lot of people paying buyer broker commissions, and I haven't really seen, I mean, I don't know if they're putting it into the price. I haven't heard of anything like that. But if you want to kind of remember, you can use this as like a negotiating tool, you know? So, or you could do, okay, look, let's put this down. So you're going to roll in 2% only for the And then that would have to be your offer. Because you're going to offer this with 2%. You're just basically raising the price. So it doesn't look like it's coming out of the buyer's pocket. It looks like the seller's paying for it. Did everybody get that?
Yeah.
And then loan details, it just tells you more or less about the loan. And then if you ever want an amortization schedule, this is a good one. You just put in all the information and look, it gives you an amort schedule. So like for your house, if you ever want to see, okay, I'm on year, what year am I on? I'm on year 5, let's say, and you go, you see where your principal, your interest is. I use this one basically just so you know, like if it's seller finance, I sometimes use that so people could see it. But you probably won't use that one that often. What you're probably going to use is estimate. And this one, guys, don't forget to shake the phone. And then here, don't forget that here you could do 10, 25, 50, 100,000 in increments. I
This
like
is
to do
my
10.
favorite feature. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I know. I love that feature. It's one of my favorite features too. That I'm not like that and like the geo thing, the little thing of the map or whatever. I love that. Okay, so that's buyer and seller. Now, this has a lot of other calculators. Okay, so if you go up here to calculators, which we're not going to get into all of them because there's a lot of calculators, but I just want to show you one of my favorite calculators. Okay, there's a few of them, but one that I feel like is super handy for realtors is this one when you're dealing with sellers, which is sell to net. So this is basically you're at your seller's house, you're gonna put in their address. Let's go. Damn. I guess put my address again. Except we're gonna pick somebody else's apartment. Let's see what they owe. Oh, their tax is about the same as mine. Okay, I'm gonna put. I don't know what rate they got. Okay, so let's say this is your seller, and your seller's like, listen, I need to net. I need for me to be able to move and buy my other house. I need to at least net 150,000 from the sale of my house. So you need to see what is the low. You will need to know what is the lowest offer that you can accept for your seller to make 150,000. So here you put your net goal is 150,000. Let's say he's gonna pay a 3% to you, and let's say he's gonna pay a 2% to the buyer's broker. He's not gonna give any set of concessions that he knows of yet. And let's say that he owes. Hey, what happened to sales price? Oh, no, go. Oh. So let's say he owes 50,000. Oh no, it said like 128 on the thing. Let's say he owes 128. And the interest rate, if you know the interest rate, I always take it off. I don't know what happens if you do this. No. So I always take off the interest rate. And then I always do closing date, the 15th. I like to be in the middle. Let me see. Oh, let's put a transaction fee. We're gonna add to seller's closing costs a transaction fee of $5.95. And let's compute. So for this seller to net $150,000, he would have to sell the house for 301. That's paying 3% to you, 2% to the buyer's agent. This is his taxes, and then his loan balance. Remember, you're gonna get whatever he owes. For you to know what he needs to net, you need to know pretty close to what they owe. So you always should get their last mortgage statement and see what their principal balance was the previous month, and you're gonna stick that number in there, and then it's gonna show you, okay, we need to sell your house for 301. And if you want to send it to them by email, whatever, again, you go in here, and it has templates, and it gives you the breakdown as to why you have to sell it at 301. I like this one because when it comes to a situation that, let's say it's time to lower the price of the house because it's not moving, you're not getting any showings, but your seller has to net a certain amount because they need that for for the next closing of their house. At least here, okay, we can accept less than 300,000. Let's lower it to 305 and see if we get, more movement. So now okay, let's say I had it at 340. You tell him, listen, you only need 150. You Probably he was overpriced because that happens a lot. I'm hearing that from a lot of realtors. Sellers still want you to overprice their house because they think the house is like, worth $1 million. And then you have to take the listing and say yes. So you could take that listing and then try it and then be like, hey, it's not working. Let's lower this, you know? But this is good thing. So you can see, look, you need 150. If we have an offer for 305, I think we should take it. You know? So this is one of the calculators that I personally like. And then there's a bunch of other ones. There's multiple offers, rent versus buy. This is good because it's good. You can make a flyer to send to renters. And there's a flip calculator. If you send an extra payment to your principal every month for X amount, it'll calculate it for you. It has a bunch of stuff. We'd be here all day if I had to teach you all this stuff. But go in there and play with them with a calculator. So you could it has a buy down calculator. It has an equity review. It has a bunch of stuff. So go in there, knock yourselves out, play with the calculators. It's really cool. So I want to show you guys now the premium. So the premium is, like I told you in the beginning, it's $10 a year, right? But you get this stuff here, and every month they update with new stuff. So sometimes when I have nothing to post on social media because I have nothing to say or whatever, I come in here and I'm like, okay, let me see what I can post. So I posted this one the other day on my story, and what I did is I downloaded it and I put it in Canva. I slapped my picture on it with all my information and I posted it. And it even has a caption. So all you have to do is go copy caption. It'll copy the caption. And let me tell you, I do this. I'm not going to lie. You guys are going to laugh sometimes when you see my stories because you might start recognizing these things. But when I got to go, and oh my God, I haven't posted anything, which that today might be one of those days. I go in there, I freaking download it, I post it, I copy the caption, and I do that in 5 minutes, not even 2 minutes. And but they have so this one's new. I haven't even seen this one. For portions of home buyers in 2024, married couples donated home ownership in 52%. But look, this is a new one. I haven't seen this one. Pretty cool. I'll probably post this one today because I have nothing to post. And I'll put my information on here and I'll copy this caption right here and I'll slap it on there and I'm out. Super easy. So that's that. Also, you could do it in story form. Story form. They have a bunch. Like if you go, they have a bunch. Look, every month they put new ones depending on what's going on that month, So these are like a little older. I posted this one before. I've posted this one before. This is cool. Seller buy down. Some of these you can actually go in there like this one and you can put whatever you want. Let's put 750. 10% down, 6.75. That sounds about right. Compute. And there. I just would download this caption with rates as high as 2 decades, affordability,
Quick question.
and it shows you the buy down.
Quick question. Let's say that this seller buy down changed, that was updated 8 months ago, and now it's not the case. Would they take it down, or we have to make sure that
Okay, so look, usually they have anything that has to do, you'll see some things that it has to do with numbers, they have a disclosure. So
Okay.
yes, these they updated because it's based, the ones that you have to stick in info. Let me see, this one. You see how you have to stick in info? 750.
Right.
Oh, this is days on the market.
Okay.
This one doesn't have that. Hold on. Anything with a buy down. Where was I? Where's the buy down?
Like the one that you said a little while ago, like in
Like
1971,
this one.
it was 7%.
Oh, that one.
And
Right,
now
but that
it's,
one's giving you a
let's say
history
5.
thing.
Are we supposed to check?
Oh, yes, no.
Okay.
If it's something like this, look, let me just see y'all. Okay, this one here, it doesn't say anything this is pretty much universal because we're talking about 1971
Okay,
to
so it doesn't say anything
1993.
about right now. Okay, okay.
Right. So this doesn't say anything about right now. But anything that you have to input, look like this one. This one is their projections, right? But this is like, you see how it says in Q3? Experts place their bets on 2025. They think mortgage rates will drop below 6.5 in Q3. So this 30-year fixed rate as of, you see how it says, as of Q4 2024. They're always going to have either telling you the date or sometimes they even have like a disclosure.
Right.
There's a disclosure. I don't even think these have them, but the rate sheets, I mean the buyer estimates and seller estimates, they do have the disclosure that you have to have with the little house, the housing thing, you have to have that on certain things. The net sheets and all that stuff have it. So like this one, a lot of these stuff are universal. Let me see. Now this one, the buy down, it doesn't matter because it's what you put in there. So for
Right.
instance, list price 700,000, down payment 10,000. Let's say the interest rate is 7.25 and the buy down rate. This is obviously you would have to talk to a lender. Let's say the buy down rate is 10,000, and you're gonna start at a 6.875, and you compute, and then it's gonna compute. So this is something for you to post on your social media, right? So it's whatever numbers you put in there. It's just you giving an
Okay.
example. Look, if you purchase for 700,000 with a 10% down at a 6.875, and you take $10,000 to buy down, obviously I don't know how much the buy down is. You would have to ask a lender. It'll show the reduction rate buy down, and then it'll show it's just giving you an example. So it's whatever numbers you put in.
Okay.
The little things here, the marketing things they're always changing them, updating them, and they try to make it. And this company, Tom Ferry, is one of the owners of this company. So like there's another one. You see anything that you have to put in information, it's whatever you decide to put in. So these are these little flyers, and then you could do story posts, whatever. They even have, let me go back. You see how this is the month, March. They have like every month they come up with something. Then they have these, which is swipeable. These are the ones for like Instagram, the ones that you swipe. So they have them like this, and then it has one, you download all of them. And then here it'll have your picture, which I'm going to get. You see how it has my info? The last slide. And then here's the caption. So you have these, which are the swipeable things. You have filter lens. So now we're St. Patrick's Day. So on your phone, I know this is kind of like whatever.
No,
But on
mine,
your phone, you
it is.
can go into premium. And if you go in here, it'll give you a thing and you can take a picture and it'll put that border on the picture. Or you can put in a picture in there and have this little thing. So you see a good realtor
I
is
like
like a
that.
lucky charm. And you can just drop your picture in there and just post it. Which I'm not gonna lie, I think I've only done that once.
No, but
They
it's
have
a
a bunch of them. You see, they have them for the holidays. They have buy, sell. You could just put a picture of a house just listed. You know, you just throw a picture of a house in here, and you have something to post. They have a bunch of little things that you could just add a picture and post. This
Oh
is
yeah, all the
good.
tools.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I use this a lot because lately I haven't had time to do anything with
Yeah, all
social
the tools
media.
are amazing, Jen. Thank you so much, man. It looks really good.
Oh, you're welcome. So go ahead and play with it. One last thing. When you go here to the little circle, you're gonna see your profile. You go into profile and then you could put in your picture, you can put in your logo, put in all your information. You can even put your license number, you save it, and all that information comes up on all your stuff. all your estimates and all your little things and everything. But go in there, check out Premium. They even have videos that you could post and little commercials and stuff. So, what do you guys think? Hopefully you guys like it. If you have any questions or you get stuck, I mean, play with it. I have fun with it, you know. But if you have any questions or need anything, you just call me and I can help you.
Awesome.
But
Thank you so
once you
much.
get used to doing the estimates, you're gonna do them so fast. It's like, fast. Boom.
Okay.
Any
Thank you,
questions?
Jen.
No?
Jen, appreciate it.
All right.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
guys.
Thank
It's
you
always a
for your
pleasure.
time.
Have a great weekend. Hope you
Likewise.
guys get contracts, sell homes, buy homes,
Woo,
do all that stuff. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay, thank you.
Bye,
All right,
guys.
guys. Have a great weekend.
Lily, I'm gonna download the app so I can do the flyers for the 22nd.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. If you
So,
need help, call me.
okay.
If you forget or you get stuck or you forgot
I
how
have
to do this.
millennials in the office. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Remember the shaky.
I'm dying to use it because the only time I've done that is when I went to a Virgin cruise, and every time you wanted the champagne, you go like this.
Yes, I
When
remember.
you said
I
it,
went to that cruise
when
too.
you said it, I was remembering that.
No, girl, this doesn't bring you champagne though.
But if I close, it does.
Oh, if you close it does, I'll have a bottle waiting for you. I'm gonna make you shake it for it.
Don't worry, I shake for it. Thank you so much for your time on a Friday, okay?
No, you're welcome,
Okay.
guys. I'm
Yeah,
glad you
thank
liked
you.
it.